So Chauncey picks up this little circle, little flat disc, and the center of it is a very dark stone.
An obsidian stone.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of a gloss to it. And then a ring around that, a little bit raised, is sort of a whitish, yellowish.
And it's
the
glowing
stone
slightly.
That's glowing. It's sort of a light blue.
The black stone
yeah.
is glowing? Okay. Marda? Peck?
Yeah?
The stone is glowing.
Okay, what's that mean?
Well, that means that somewhere nearby are the dead, roaming the earth.
How close does it light up?
Well, it doesn't exactly tell me how many meters away they are.
Well, I'm sorry, someone gave you a glowing amulet and I assumed you knew what to do with it.
I mean, maybe we should... Okay, so there's, like, dead things around. Okay, so there's running water and there's iron. Let's go... the door's shut, right?
Yes, the door is shut. And I pin the amulet onto my shoulder, the shoulder of my pajamas.
Are we on the second floor or the first floor?
Probably the second floor.
I do jump up and go over to the window.
It's a small window.
It's a small window.
Follow.
I stick my little bird head out.
You see the landscape. You see the little river that this place is named after. The fields all around it are lit by one of the moons, almost full. And you don't really see anything. You can see the mountains, they're close by, but no movement besides the movement of the water below.
So I'm going to open our door and go downstairs and open the front door of the inn. So
it's the same view.
Yeah, but I'm going to open the front door of the inn and actually kind of go out and stand. So how far away from the front door is the river?
20 feet.
So I'm going to go just stand at the foot of the river.
Okay.
And just listen. And I grabbed my belt, and I have my belt on.
I am watching her. Chauncey, maybe we should just stay in...
I haven't pulled out my sword, but the hand is on the sword.
You got the scabbard.
Did you follow me downstairs?
No. I go to different windows on the landing on the second floor to see what other views I can get.
Okay, we'll say that so it's 2 lines of rooms, so there's going to be a window at each end.
Yes, I go over to the end that would have given her the same view, looking out the door behind me, and I stick my head out, and below I can see her looking outside.
Yeah, you don't really see anything. There isn't any movement out. Maybe off in the distance you see some deer.
I know cross to the other side.
Yeah, it's the same. Better view of the mountains, though.
So outside by the river, I'm not nervous anymore. Now I just feel really calm, and I'm just waiting to see what happens. So I've taken a deep breath, and I've closed my eyes, and I'm just listening really intently and sensing what's around me.
What are you trying to do?
I'd like to do a perception check.
You won't notice anything.
Oh, okay. Is the amulet glowing any brighter?
Not any brighter.
Okay.
It's very dim, but it's definitely glowing.
Okay. Is it my dagger?
No.
Okay. Is it the book? Is it something that is on our do we have an undead something?
No.
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't look as though it's close by.
It must not be, it must not be close by if it's really dim.
We should probably just get in and look out the windows. Maybe we'll start with that.
Did you say something ran below the inn?
No.
Or is it just water?
Just water. With the road adjacent to the water.
How far along how well protected is the inn on each side? So the river acts
it's just the river on the one side. Otherwise, it's
like the back facing the
plains
mountains.
and farmlands and mountains. Okay. Yeah.
So I turn around and I go back inside.
I'm going to shut and deadbolt the door.
Excellent. Go back upstairs to our room. Well, Marda, at least we know this thing works, I say as I tap my shoulder, tap the amulet at my shoulder that's slightly glowing a light blue.
I mean, yeah, maybe we should, keep a lookout downstairs.
I do go downstairs and go over to... I assume someone's is the night shift.
I don't know if there would be somebody maybe to...
staff the...
Well, and we are only halfway to Blobabland.
To Bastilla.
I am so glad that I'm not the only one.
I'm really struggling. Struggling with the name. Bastilla?
I'll just keep doing it to you.
Is anyone present downstairs?
Yeah, there's somebody down there. It's Gavin. He's looking pretty tired. He's just cleaning up for the night.
We have an indication.
Wondering why
we're wandering
Chauncey
around.
Just walked out.
I say we have an indication that there are dead nearby, but we don't have a good idea of knowing exactly how close they are. How close do they typically get to this inn?
We got the water. Iron bars, I don't see any problem.
Well, I don't like it, but there's nothing visible to do anything about at the moment, right?
It's just normal life around here.
Oh, I'm sorry, that was me thinking out loud, so... Okay, well, Peck is... I am not totally satisfied, but there's nothing else to do but keep a lookout.
Have we seen the dead?
No.
Like, ever?
Mm-mm.
We have not seen the dead. Because the ghosts are something totally different.
They are.
Yeah. So we've never encountered one.
Yeah.
Marda is totally at a window looking out and is going to the different windows. Just time, like, rotating.
You get nothing.
Okay. Is her pendant still glowing?
Mm-hmm.
Has it changed?
No.
Well, we are only halfway to Bastilla, so chances... Bastilla is where we know there's a huge undead problem, so
Right.
it could just be a stray undead that's far outside of the perimeter that they've been wandering in, because we have a whole other day to wander. We have a whole other day of travel left before we get to Bastilla, so it may not be a big threat. It could be kind of an anomaly that there would be an undead here. Is that what's happening?
Or it's just par for the course
Could
at
be.
night.
I mean,
yeah,
that's
I think it's
fair.
going to be par for the
Mhm.
course because there's the iron and the running water and all that stuff. So Marta's going to do that until she gets really tired, and then she's going to probably end up falling asleep on a table or the floor.
Okay.
And I'm gonna pull a chair up to one of the windows next to the door and kind of lean against the wall with looking out the window and fall asleep there.
Downstairs.
Downstairs keeping watch, yeah.
Okay. Peck's just gonna go to bed.
I pace a few more rounds, but at the same time I know unless there's immediate danger, there's nothing I can really do.
Okay.
After pacing a few rounds, checking a few windows, I do just settle back.
And morning rolls around. And Chauncey and Marda did not sleep well
Correct.
on chairs.
But I got more sleep than I'd gotten in the 2 days before, so I'm feeling pretty good when I wake up.
Or really bad.
And eventually Bertram and Rolf and Bricka and Grav and Quinna come down for breakfast. And Gavin's up nice and early and serves everybody. And they start to get ready to go.
Marta has been drooling on the bar where she's been passed out when Gavin comes down.
Oh,
Is there a nice thick
then for
string of
Hey.
slobber when you lift your head up?
Yeah,
he comes down and
good.
she keeps drooling.
Yeah, totally. I'm sorry. I fell asleep down here. I'm sorry. And she like takes her sleeve and wipes off the bar where her drool was. I'm sorry.
Doesn't look comfortable.
No, it wasn't. Chauncey, are you awake?
Oh, and I kind of stumble out of my chair a little bit. And yes, I'm awake. And the first thing I do is glance at my shoulder, and I see that the amulet isn't glowing anymore.
Oh, it is. Of
What?
course it is.
What?
What?
But it's daylight.
It's still glowing the same amount of glow.
But in the daylight, it's have to go.
Is my hot bartender boyfriend undead?
Ah!
Oh my god.
Actually, that leads me to a question. What do the dead do in the daytime? Is it like
Hide.
vampires where they can't be in the sunlight?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Great. There's somebody freaking undead in the basement. Don't.
The amulet would be glowing a lot brighter, wouldn't it?
Marta, come here.
Is it about the same glow?
It's the same, yeah.
Marta, the amulet is still glowing. That means that whatever it was is somewhere in the inn.
Oh my god, I bet Gavin killed his girlfriend and she's in the basement. We need to get out of here right now.
Or
No.
do we need to find it?
No.
But Marta...
Well, but so if we wait another day, you know what that means? That means that other people in that town die and become undead. We can get this on the way back.
Do you promise?
I promise.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
So the two of you head out to Apple and the carts.
Oh, we have our pony.
And
Is Apple Dapple undead?
Apple.
Ah, we have an
Apple Dapple
undead.
was
I mean,
in
are
a
we talking
stable.
something
Yeah.
like
Where there were
literally
iron
under
bars.
the inn? Is there a cave? Is there a basement?
so Apple's in the stables out back.
Uh-huh.
Fine.
Okay.
Good.
The cart's fine.
Good.
Chauncey would not have left anything on the cart.
Correct.
Everything had to come in
Correct.
because
I have valuables.
Valuables. And the 5 traders start saddling up their horses and getting the cart ready.
There were 6 traders.
The 5 traders start saddling their horses and getting their carts ready.
Who's missing?
So we start looking around, and we see Bricka.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and there's Bradbury loading up.
No, that's not Bradbury. That's Bertram.
Oh, I'm sorry, Bertram. I mistook you for Bradbury. Have you seen him this morning?
No. Have you?
Why, no. Marda, have you?
No. Wait, I thought he went to bed with you guys.
Yeah, he had a separate room.
Why did he have a separate room?
Because he's, like, fancy, rich boy, Bradbury.
Well, has anyone seen him this morning?
No.
Marta takes out her dagger and marches in. Which room was he in?
All the way at the end of the hall.
And
I call after her.
What are you doing?
In case he's just slept in, maybe don't scare the crap out of him.
And I fling my cloak over my shoulder to expose my belt, and I pull out the bellman dagger,
Mm-hmm.
and I follow right behind Marda.
Mm-hmm.
I go and I bang on the door real loud. Bradbury!
You bang on the door once, and it swings in.
Oh, shoot.
Takes a second for my eyes to adjust. What do I see?
You see Bradbury
Where is he?
on the bed.
Is he alive?
No.
I go over and make sure the curtains are very,
Yeah, there are no
open.
curtains. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, it's still dark and gloomy in here, but yeah.
I go over to the body to see if there's a pulse.
No pulse.
No pulse. Is there any visible wounds on him?
There are a lot of visible wounds on him.
What kind?
Stabs, claws, bites, everything.
Wait, like, are these fresh?
Yeah?
Oh my gosh.
Did I look around for signs of a struggle or a break-in at the windows?
No.
Some way that they could have gotten in.
Mm-mm. Nothing.
And is the amulet glowing even brighter?
No, it's glowing the same.
It's very bizarre.
What? Let's take him downstairs.
Ooh, before we
The body?
Yeah?
Before we
No, don't move the body yet.
Before we move anything, can I do a perception check?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, those are...
All right. I have 3 rank in perception and 3 cunning.
Okay.
So 3 and 3, please.
So 3 is 3.
Thank you.
I'll do that.
Just because you feel like it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, smart. Feels like it. And I'm well rested, so can I have a blue?
You aren't well rested. You
I
slept on
am.
a chair.
Yeah, but I was solid sleep because I was so tired.
No, but I won't give you a setback.
Whew.
Okay.
Thank you, Bart.
You're tilting the dice tray.
You keep that level, you cheaty McCheater. No, I'm kidding.
You're the one who was tilting earlier.
Yeah, that was a bad roll. I did okay.
You got 3 advantages. That's no successes.
True. I'm aware. Thanks.
Remember that time where you
Some
canceled all the
lateness.
dice and failed? That was fun. It was a fun time.
Did that just happen?
Oh, guys, I forgot I have to go feed my cat that I don't have. Bye.
So that's a failure with 3 advantages. So you don't notice anything strange about the room. Any ideas for those advantages?
Can I recognize whatever creature made the marks on his body?
I don't think you're well versed in that sort of dead thing. I think you're well versed in ghosts.
But they're advantages.
Mm-hmm.
So could it be that I read a random book one time and it was about these whatever creatures?
Okay,
Maybe?
you've got an idea. That idea, it's a rarer thing, but there are some dead that sort of wear a person. If you were to look at somebody with no shirt, you would see on their back that there's something living, like, in them. Not living because they're dead, but, like, wearing them, using them like a puppet.
Like in Men in Black with the cockroach guy.
Like wearing
Kind
an
of,
Egger
yeah.
suit?
Yeah. Egger suit.
Do they like to drink sugar water?
Probably not.
So they
Probably
basically
avoid
look
water.
like zombies, or...
No. They look like whoever they want to look like.
Okay.
They look like the person that they are using as a puppet.
Is the person alive while they're doing it?
Mm-hmm.
Do they survive it?
Probably not.
Okay. How do they... So do they just leap from their dead bodies to... Sorry, I'm just trying to picture this.
So they would come from death, and if they encounter a person, they would sort of bury themselves in like a tick.
So it's like a spirit
it's like a
would
dead
take
tick.
possession of... Okay.
Yeah.
This isn't... We're not talking like the actual zombies.
No.
Okay.
There are no zombies. There's only the dead.
So,
Don't use the word zombie here.
So Bradbury has been mauled by this kind of creature, and this creature has burrowed into him.
That's your... No. Your idea is that maybe this sort of creature mauled Bradbury. Because this sort of creature can look like anybody. Can look like a live human. Or a live whatever else.
Your bartender!
Can we... Let's just, like, really sneakily go up...
And rip his shirt off, which you've been wanting to do anyway.
Can they act like life people? Like, can they talk and just act normally?
Mm-hmm.
It's just when the sun goes down that the undead part of them takes over?
The dead part of them has control
all the time.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
It's like an
what
episode
are ways
of-
to test if somebody's dead?
What is our
It's
test?
your
I feel like I
specialty.
should have a spell for
Yeah.
this.
You have
I
multiple
have
ways.
I do. Hang on. Let me remember them. Okay. So,
That's one way.
what? My amulet?
Your ability, your sense, your magic ability that you use to find ghosts can be used to find other dead things.
Right.
That's one thing.
And
Iron.
I was going to say,
Salt.
will all undead react
iron.
to iron and silver,
Iron and silver.
not the salt?
Eh.
Yeah, that's a little too weak.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a meat suit.
Right. All right. Marda, come here.
Yeah.
All right. So, put on this silver bracelet. I hand her one.
Pretty thing.
Okay. Well, you're welcome, but it's not what it's for. What we need to try and do is really casually try and touch the bare skin of everyone here and see how they react to the silver so that we can determine who someone here is undead, Marda. I'm sure of it.
How do you know that? I assume.
And then I tell you.
Okay. So I head out of the room and I head downstairs and I head up to Gavin and I take my hand and I place it on his hand, making sure that the bracelet touch. Hey. Hi. Do you have some water?
Yeah. To go?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, thanks. Did it leave a mark?
No.
Okay.
He fills up a thing of water, puts a little cork in it, and hands it to you.
Okay.
Safe travels.
Thanks. I'm gonna continue on out and go up to the big guy and like bump him. Like, so I form a fist and then I use my forearm to kind of bump him. Like, I'm like, hey, buddy. Making sure that I hit skin. Hey, I got you some water. Did you want some water?
I have some.
Okay, great.
I'm good.
Okay, did that leave a mark?
No.
Okay. Then I'm going to go over to the bunny person and I'm going to place my full hand like on their shoulder because they've got a tunic on.
Yeah.
So the silver touches like in the fur.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, did you need some water?
No, I'm good.
Okay, great. Any marks? Okay, so
She's on a roll.
I'm then going to go
What's
over...
Peck doing right now?
I have closed the door to the scene.
Yeah.
And standing guard over the body.
Okay.
Checking around the room.
So then I go up to the human female. And I kind of drape my arm around her. So
And she
that
screams in an otherworldly voice, and we're going to roll initiative.
Okay.
Everyone's rolling vigilance for their initiative, including this bad person.
I had to take my notes first.
We're rolling what now?
Vigilance.
I'm 2 and 2.
So it's 2 yellows.
1 and 2.
So a green and a yellow.
Green and green.
That's a pretty good roll.
Thank you.
Ooh. Hey there.
Oh, I'm gonna be the one who rolls bad. Oh, hey!
Hey, girl.
I rolled good!
Yay, we all did great, guys.
Go us!
I had 2 advantages and 2 successes.
Me too!
All right.
Did you really?
You 3 all get the first slots.
Yeah, we do. We're
So-
gonna kill her before she can even play.
Whatever is in Quina screams.
Which I hear upstairs. And come bursting out of the room.
And I was already outside, just watching in awe as Marda so efficiently went through touching everybody with the silver bracelet I gave her.
My bracelet was on my left hand
Mm-hmm.
because I had mimed everything. I don't know if you noticed with my left hand.
Yep.
And so I reached down to my hip where my whip is with the now cat o' nine tails, the iron cat o' nine.
How do you react to the scream, though?
Well, that's how people usually react when she puts her arm around them.
I mean, that is fair. I am not going to dispute that. So I had put my arm around her and it had touched her bare skin and she had screamed and I believe probably pulled forward out of my grasp. And I've been waiting for this because I planned for this. I grab my whip curled up and I go and I use it still curled up and hit her with the cat of nine tails because she's that close to me.
Okay. Make that roll. So it's going to be the same stats as your whip, except you're engaged.
Right. And this is where I really don't know.
Okay.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
Is the Iron Tower familiar with this type of, like,
Probably.
dead possession? Okay, so I could conceivably have a spell ready to exorcise this.
You could try.
Okay.
Melee, which I would assume is melee light.
Yep.
So I have 2 ranks in that.
Yep.
Which is 2 yellows.
And the difficulty on melee is always 2 purples.
Okay. Oh.
That's a success with a threat.
So I hit her.
You do.
And I also hit myself. One of the nine tails comes back and hits me on the forearm.
And you take 1 strain.
Yep.
What is the damage on your weapon?
Damage is +2.
What's your brawn?
Brawn is 2.
Does it have any special?
Crit is 4.
Okay.
I'm really not familiar with this combat system.
That's okay. That's it. It's simple. That's it. If you want to take 2 more strain, you can take a second maneuver. Okay, so you're still real close to this person.
Yes, I am still very close to this person.
All right.
But I have my whip in my hand now.
You do. Who's next?
I'll go.
Okay.
Alright, so I've torn out of the bedroom like a bat out of hell, and I've got my sword out, and I see Quinette screaming, and Marda's just whipped her in the face, and...
The closest you can get is the door of the inn.
Okay, so I just burst out of my room, right?
Yeah, so you were at the top and back end of the hall. So you ran down the hall, ran down the stairs, ran across the first floor of the inn, and you're at the door.
And I'd like to illustrate her running. She kind of runs like a road runner, and she has the Naruto run, but she's
Great.
It's just like her
canon.
her legs in like a blur.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What would you like to do?
I would like to. I've taken 2 strain just to move that quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cast a spell for a little bit from a distance.
Okay.
Although typically it works better the closer it is.
Mm-hmm.
But just as it's like an instinctual first move.
Sure. And it's going to be a little more difficult because Marda is engaged with this person, so it could hit Marda.
But it wouldn't hurt someone who's
Yes, it would.
not possessed. Why would it hurt someone? It's engineered to... I guess it's engineered to separate a spirit from the body, so that could technically...
Oh my god.
So Marda would just turn into the gnome lady.
I mean, we'll see.
Okay, what?
Wait, what's the distance between them at the moment? Because
Like-
you...
2 feet.
Yeah, so
Like, not distance.
Okay,
so
maybe not that
engaged
spell,
is
then.
between 0 and 5 feet. You are probably at medium distance, which is
Alright,
maybe...
so I don't go for that spell just yet. Maybe one of those hard shove spells. I'm not that big a jerk to endanger nearby people.
Thank you.
Whatever spell you're going to cast, there is a chance that it will be cast on Marda.
Okay, but this one is not going to physically separate.
It would knock
her-
it would
from
knock
the
her
body.
over.
You don't want to
Maybe.
hurt
Yeah.
either of them. You just want to separate
Okay, a
them.
freezing spell.
Oh, that's not terrible, I guess.
It's like a body bind spell. That's it. And I think it should be divine.
Okay, do it. So it's going to be a purple and a red with your divine stats.
I have 2 ranks in divine.
Actually, we're going to add 1 more purple to it. You're going to take 2 strain to do it.
Why am I so strained?
That's how magic works.
Okay. Let me do that. So I'm up to
And you can always use advantages to heal your strain.
Oh, okay. It's not bad.
That is a success.
Okay.
The freezing spell worked.
Yay.
What does it look like?
So this one's a little less ridiculous than the Oogity Boogity, but it doesn't look cool. It does not look cool.
It looks cold.
It looks like I kind of whip my arm overhead in a circular motion and kind of throw my fingers out stretched, and like a blue sheen shoots out, and it's not as strong as maybe a better magic user would have done, but it's enough for someone of this size to freeze them. And there's like a kind of a shimmering blue sheen over them.
So yeah, it sort of shimmers in the morning sun. And I kind of feel like it doesn't like so much like put them in stasis. Maybe a little ice or something climbs up from the ground around their feet. They're not going to be able to move, but if Marda is still engaged, they will still be able to attack Marda. But they won't be able to like run away or anything like that.
That's good. How would they attack her if they
Hands.
Have I not frozen her entirely?
You've frozen her in place.
Okay.
Chauncey.
I have not taken any strain because I am fleet of paw and can take a second maneuver without strain.
Woo.
So
remember that.
I have rushed up to Marda, and my dagger is the Bellman dagger. I drew the Bellman dagger, and
Is there a reason that's your go-to dagger?
it's new.
Okay. It's your shiny new weapon. You like to use it for everything.
Well, because I forged the spirit of Bellman into it, and I'm still figuring out what that means for the blade. Like, what does that mean that this blade's gonna be? So, kind of, yeah, I'm playing with my new toy. So you're gonna do something evil with it, are you? I know that face mark.
Anything evil?
So I draw my Bellman dagger, and so I have the Bellman dagger in my right hand, and in my left hand, I have grabbed the end of one of the iron chains. So I have it looped around my left hand so that I could then, my hope is that I'll be able to stab with my right and loop around her neck with my left.
Too much.
Is that too much?
Yep.
Okay, well, I'm running and drawing my dagger and stabbing her.
Okay. That's your melee light with brawn. So it's 2 yellows. Okay. 1 threat, 3 successes. Pretty good.
I stab her.
What's the damage on your weapon?
Plus-
Oh, wait, no, you get to roll that because it's accurate, right?
Oh, right. And this is for accurate? So should I have rolled this with all of them,
Yep.
or is this... Okay.
Okay, so no burn, but 4 successes now. So what's the damage on your weapon?
+2.
+2 in your brawn?
2. And
That was a good hit. What did that look like?
so, she's engaged with Marda. As I was watching the whole thing, I'm just trying to figure out, like, would I be coming
I
at
think
her
you
at the
were probably-
side, from behind?
Coming,
So, I would come up... So, if Marda's facing the door, then What's Her Bucket is facing Marda. So, I'm coming up behind... what's her name?
Quina?
I'm coming up behind Quina. So, I'm going to go for a kidney shot with the dagger. Bam! As I run up to her.
And whatever is in Quina screams again, and little tendrils of black come out from where you stabbed and sort of wrap around the edge of the blade.
Does it interact with my blade in any kind of way? Because my blade is glowing blue.
Your blade is glowing blue, and it is still made out of steel, so it sort of fizzles and burns, and that little bit of black that comes out bubbles.
Gross.
Yep. And then that was a way better shot than Marta's shot, so Quinn is going to try and rip at you with her claws.
So I need to dodge.
Do you have dodge?
Well, can't you
Well-
isn't she still frozen in place? Can't you just
Her feet
get
are
out of
frozen.
range?
She can't run.
Yeah, you can just jump back.
Everyone's maneuvers are taken up, so they're all stuck where they are.
I know. We're done. What happens to us?
Wait! Darn it, it's too late. I'm sorry.
What?
I should have used my finesse.
Oh, yeah.
Forgot. It's okay. Next time.
Okay, so first, you see her, like, struggle against what is keeping her in place, and the ice around her feet starts to crack, and she pulls 1 foot loose,
Ooh.
and then pulls the 2nd foot loose, and then...
Yes.
She stumbles back a little bit. She tries to swipe at Chauncey. And Chauncey, you see not a human hand come at you. It is that same sort of black, gooey substance that is coming out of that wound. This black hand swipes at you with long claws and just misses by inches.
So,
Who's up?
Peck.
Anybody's up.
Oh, Sarah.
Me. I mean,
Wait. I have a question. What's everybody else doing right now?
I just
They
hit her
are-
in the face with my whip.
No, not you. I mean,
Everything's
everybody
happened in about,
else.
like 3 seconds.
Yeah, this is about 3
and
seconds.
Everything.
Oh, okay.
I think they
Yeah.
probably just haven't. They're frozen in
Yeah.
place almost.
Well,
So-
so are they? Do they not have a turn in the
They don't.
combat? Okay,
I will
got it.
narrate it, though. So, seconds have gone by since Marda's initial touch and the scream, and the traders have no idea what's going on, and they sort of start backing away from whatever is happening here. And Bertram, who is the leader, he puts down what he's doing, and he's gonna start coming towards the two of you and Quina. Who would like to go next?
Me.
Okay.
I'm going to scream, she's undead. And is there a name for it? Do we
You don't know the name.
Okay.
Of what it is.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm unfurling my whip and I'm cracking it right on her, across her torso.
Okay. Roll it.
Roll it.
Still 2 purples.
I'm just going to use the dice that are right in here. Because they're good dice. They love me. I love them. Very nice dice.
Good dice, happy dice.
Happy dice. Success and a threat again.
Yeah. So that was initially 5 damage. Does that sound right?
2. I took a strain. That's all I know.
Yeah.
Because I do...
You're-
It's a +2,
Yep.
and my brawn is 2.
Okay. Yeah. So 5.
Cool.
All right. It is a serious wound.
Oh no.
On me?
No, on
Oh. Whew.
whatever is in Quina. What does it look like when you
Good.
crack that whip?
So, because of the cat of nine tails, it slashes across its chest and starts oozing black from where the cat of nine tails slashed across. And because it's not repeating in the same place, the cat of nine tails aren't quite like the blood comes after they rip through the skin.
Mm-hmm.
So they're still clean. Why is that concerning me? I don't know. Yeah. Anyway.
Which part? Like that the cat of nine tails is
well,
so
no,
sweet?
Of course the cat of nine tails is not going to be dirty right now.
I think it's your cat of nine tails. You can be concerned that it
I
stays
know,
tidy.
Well, it stays tidy because the blood
tidy
is
instrument
so
of death.
right.
Correct.
The blood is so delayed because the heart rate and all the bodily functions have slowed down, having this thing inside of it.
And your cat of nine tails, they're iron pieces, right?
Mhm.
So if it reacts to your iron pieces anyway, the same way it reacted to my iron blade,
Oh,
it's just gonna fizzle off,
nice,
right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay, 'cause
but
that's
it's
what it
not
did
bleeding yet.
to
Trust
mine.
me.
Yeah.
I know. That's it.
Okay.
Okay.
Who's next? Yeah.
So first, I want to establish. You said that this usually kills the host, but not always.
Yeah.
So I get closer.
Uh-huh.
I'm just like in the natural.
You can close
course
the
of-
distance if you want.
I can without taking string.
Yeah.
I close the distance, and I throw like an exorcism spell, which
Doesn't really exist,
what
but we'll make something up.
I can flip over a thingy.
Nope. We'll do it.
You just refused Nikki flipping over a light side point, and Nikki just offered to flip over a light side
We
point?
don't
I've
need
done
to
this
make
often
the
enough
spell.
by now that it's really not that.
So it's gonna be
But okay, so I want to
Your mag-
establish
Yeah.
that
I'm
this
so excited about it.
spell is ideally designed to separate like an occupying spirit from a host without
Damaging.
hopefully damaging
the
the
host.
host itself. It's just a difficult to do and doesn't always work that way, and sometimes the host is killed.
yeah.
But
So,
I try really hard not to kill them.
okay. What's your divine?
'Cause
it's gotta be divine. And so you end up with 2 yellows, is that right?
Mhm.
Okay. We're going to go against their willpower, and I'm going to flip, that's not in play, a dark side over to upgrade.
Can I upgrade?
You can. You
Can
get
I-
a green.
Yeah, I want to do that.
Okay.
Because that's a hard
Smart.
goal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Woohoo!
Blank. Is it a blank red die?
Yes!
I love that so much.
Well done.
Well done, Peck. Well done
A
indeed.
success and 2 advantages?
Yeah.
Cool.
So,
Yeah, we'll live with that.
what does that spell look like when you do it?
Okay.
Is there, like, something visual, or is it just you saying things?
I
It's not oogity boogity.
I know.
But I miss
I was kinda-
I miss old
Okay, I thought about
boogity.
making it look ridiculous, but okay. It's like a maniacal orchestra conductor goes like raises
Raise both.
hands in the air with
From the
fingers
ground.
like wide, and I just look like I'm conducting the orchestra of the dead right there, but it's just like,
Cool.
and there's like a chorus of souls wailing in the background.
Jeez Louise.
That may be a little much.
I mean, I like it.
I was gonna say, I'm in for this. Keep
Yes.
going.
Okay.
I mean, keep going.
As I raise my hands,
Mm-hmm.
it's like the action of the hands is supposed to mimic the exorcism of the like occupying
Yeah.
bad spirit coming out.
And Quina stands rigid and her shoulders go back. And from those points where she was wounded and from her back, this black liquid goop just sort of falls to the ground and spreads in a puddle
Throw some sand on it.
and starts moving towards Chauncey.
Okay, Marda.
The
Or no,
goop?
I'm sorry, Chauncey.
The goop?
Get the goop.
Uh-huh.
What?
Mop it up, Chauncey. Mop
All right.
it up.
Mop up the goop.
Get a rag.
Oh, well, I have my silver, my silver chain.
Okay.
My silver, not chain, my silver
net.
mesh net. My silver net.
Okay.
So I want to fling my silver net over it.
All right. Maneuver to take your silver net out
Okay.
and then roll to hit.
Okay. In case this doesn't work and the blob comes and gets me.
That's a success and 2 advantages.
Mm-hmm.
So you toss the
Do I?
silver chain link mesh,
My mesh net, my
That-
silver net.
this black goo that is sliding towards you, and it covers it. And the little bits of goo start popping and sizzling through
Up through the mesh.
through the mesh,
Disgusting.
and eventually sort of just evaporate.
So the whole thing has just evaporated?
Yeah,
Oh. So I'm gonna...
Is that good or bad? Does that mean it's gone?
Well,
it's gone.
so I'm gonna slowly walk up to it and kind of slowly pick up my net and see
There's nothing there.
what's happened to the ground underneath.
It is charred.
Well,
Meanwhile,
that
Meanwhile,
took care
you
of-
stabbed Quina in the back.
Quina has fallen to her knees and is very much bleeding now.
I have my potion. I can give her my health potion.
There were so many things you could do.
Potion those holes closed.
What?
Potion those holes closed.
I mean, you stabbed her.
It's the
You
least you can
slashed
do.
her.
I feel like since I'm the one that opened her body, I should probably be the one to close it.
Okay. So she has fallen to the ground. What do you 3 do?
I
is
assume
this-
Chauncey gives her a potion.
Is the thing dead?
Yeah.
The thing's gone.
Okay. Quina, I'm so sorry. Oh, but it was Anu. Are you okay?
She is pretty much on the brink.
Okay, quick. Somebody, heal her.
So I rush to her side and I pull out one of the red potion bottles that we got at
Reynard's.
Reynard's, and I pop it open. I'm like, wait, Marda, do I pour it on the wound or make her drink it?
I think she drinks it.
But Quina, quick! And I grab her head around with my arm, and I'm holding her head, and I force her mouth open, and I pour the red potion into her mouth.
Okay. And meanwhile, the other traders have come running.
They're
I
have some
authoritatively
questions.
stand in front of Chauncey and Quina.
Trying to, make a perimeter.
Yes.
This is what Peck is good for.
Uh-huh.
I have leadership. I'm trying to...
And you're 7.5 feet tall, so I'm appreciative of the
I
perimeter.
I am 7.5
feet
feet tall.
You're 13,000 feet tall.
I'm also gonna be like, oh my god, guys, did you see there was that dead thing?
Playing like you didn't just participate in this fight.
I did, because there was the dead thing.
Bertram has pulled a sword and he's looking around, confused, worried. What was that?
I don't know, but it was inside of her and it was really bad.
Well, gentlemen,
What are you doing to her?
I've given her one of my health potions. She should be all right in a few minutes. She's passed out.
Yeah, she's still in rough shape and will still be in rough shape after the health potion.
The spirit that just possessed her murdered
Bradbury.
Bradbury?
Yes, your companion Bradbury is
Oh,
dead.
they haven't seen his dead body yet.
No.
We're the only ones who know anything.
Yeah.
Yep. I just realized that.
We figured we had to kill it really fast.
This is a form of possession that is familiar to us. This is the only way dead can breach the barrier of iron and water.
Yeah, and we took care of it for you, but unfortunately Bradbury didn't make it.
I think Rolf and Grav hug, and you see Rolf start to cry.
Oh.
Aww. Oh, was he your partner?
He's just a good friend.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I would be really sad if it was my good friend, too.
I'm sure he was a lovely person.
He's upstairs. We should probably take care of the body.
Well,
I
bury
help.
it with grand ceremony.
Bury it. Aren't you?
We don't bury things.
Oh wait, no, that's right. Might be.
We'll light it on
I
fire.
told you I get amnesia. We'll build a pyre.
So you have a spell for that, actually.
I do.
Well, you should.
Well, you know
For
how to light fires
burning?
now.
So
For burning him or for burning?
a specific burial spell.
Okay.
So what does the rest of the morning look like?
I help carry Quinna back inside, and I put her. I take her into one of the rooms, and I lay her down, and I make sure her wound healed over. There's a scar there, but she stopped bleeding. It's healed over, but she's still passed out, and she's going to be really weak. So I ask Gavin to make a broth so that we can try and feed her while she's passed out, and like get some liquids into her so that she'll heal faster.
We need to find out when she got possessed. Never mind.
How would you go about doing that?
I mean, she would maybe when she was conscious, question her about any lapses in memory, or does it matter how
She's
these
not
people just
going
pop
to-
into bodies?
Regain consciousness anytime soon. It could happen anywhere.
So anyone at any time could just get randomly possessed by a weird spirit. There's no protection against that?
Pretty much. It's like a tick.
Wait, there's not like a tattoo that we could get?
There's
You would love it if
Supernatural.
there was a tattoo.
That was supernatural. I was going to start explaining it too. Thank you for that.
You did great.
you could formulate a spell that would protect against that.
We should probably do that.
Yep.
All right,
Just
I'll
saying.
work on it.
Okay.
I'll consult some texts.
You
I'm
already
getting
turn
lot
into
better
a
at
weird
magic
thing.
than I really wanted to be originally.
It's pretty useful in a world that can kill you.
That's a fair point.
Yeah. So we'll get this taken care of, and then we need to get on the road so that you guys may want to stay here, and we'll go on and we'll get the sun lamp lit again in
Bastilla.
Bastilla. I mean, you guys can stay here and we can go on, because it's really important that we go get the sun lamp lit, especially if the dead are this active.
I really think that you should listen to Marda, because it's just not safe for you in Bastilla.
That's fine. We have to take care of Quinna.
Yeah.
We'll stay here.
Aw, their friend.
Okay. So we're riding, one of us is riding apple to apple, and the rest of us are walking.
Well, the cart.
We got
Oh, that's
the
right, we
The
have a
cart that you flipped a point for.
Lights.
It was worth it.
It was totally worth it. So we're all riding the rest of
Does
the
it come
way.
in handy?
Yep. So the three of you got apple to apple all carted up and made your way off into the mountains. And that's where we'll leave it. Thanks for listening to this first season of The Otherplace. Be sure to stick around after the credits for a special scene. We'll be back in a few weeks with another look inside the world with the Fenrayne Files, followed by a new season with a new cast of characters on a new adventure. Thanks to everyone who makes this show possible. Thank you to this season's players, Mary Frances, Sarah, and Nikki. Thanks to Doug for his help building the world, and to Nikki for her support along the way. All of Nightcast Creative's Patreon patrons, our friend podcasts, Dicey Cantina, Starbirds, and Battle Buddies, and all of you listeners. The Other Place is a production of Nightcast Creative. For more information on this and our other shows, visit nightcastcreative.com.
For updates on future episodes and bonus content, follow us on Twitter and Instagram at OtherplacePod.
Looking to support the show? Leave us a review on your favorite podcatcher, or visit us at patreon.com/Coruscant Nights. Last but not least, check our show notes for a link to our Discord, where you can come chat with us and other fans of the show. Over the ocean, past the cliffs south of Gilder, beyond the city, beyond the plains and forests and mountains, we see the Iron Tower. The sun is low in the sky. It washes the mountains with a warm glow. The tower juts from the side of a mountain. It is like towers upon towers, surrounded by layers of defense, battlements, and aqueducts, rushing water to protect against the dead. 7 roads lead to the fortress like rays of light. In one of the highest rooms in one of the highest towers, there we find Balthazar's chambers. Tall windows face the east and the setting sun. A desk in front of them is covered with stacks of papers. Etched into the floor is a stone circle, and on one of the walls there's a full-length mirror with a crack from the bottom to the top. There are shelves upon shelves of books and artifacts and a collection of items, including what appear to be the remains of various beings and weapons and other objects in silver-lined cases and jars. What does Balthazar look like?
Balthazar is a middle-aged elf. He's got kind of tan skin, did you say?
I didn't, but he can.
Yeah, I think he's got kind of tan skin, and he has dark black hair that is slicked back. He has kind of high cheekbones and a pretty thin face, which matches his pretty thin frame, though you wouldn't really be able to tell underneath his white robes. And around his neck, he bears the symbol of the 7 rivers. He wears a medallion.
And he's not alone in this space. There are 2 other people there with him. One is large in frame, and on their back they have a heavy sword. And the other one is smaller, shorter, wiry, with belts and bags and pouches and little knickknacks around his waist. You want to tell me about the big one?
I think that the big one is a stone folk.
Mm-hmm.
And this stone folk is big even for a stone folk. They have to be over 7 feet tall and built like a wall, just covered in giant rocks, so much so that you can hardly discern a face within these rocks. Most stone folk you can get a little face, get a little emotion occasionally, but this one is a stone cold killer.
What sort of stone?
Let's go crazy. I think it looks like a volcanic igneous rock.
Mm-hmm. It's porous.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
From some of the cracks where this person moves is the faintest glow of orange from the inside.
Mm-hmm.
And the other person is an Anza.
Mm.
Their thin frame is sort of hidden in a thicker coat. It seems like maybe their ancestors came from a colder place. They have gray fur covering their entire body. These 2 aren't your typical fellowship members. They're not wearing the white cloaks. They have the medallions that you typically see on fellows of the 7 rivers, fellows of the Iron Tower. The Anza has some like a brown leather tunic with studs for protection, and no visible weapons other than those pouches all over the place.
Yeah, you said that the stone folk has a large sword.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is just about the only thing that the stone folk has.
Yeah, it's probably inches thick, like maybe 3 or 4 inches thick, and the handle is more the handle of a rapier. So we get the idea that he is probably proficient and faster than he looks.
Cool. Not just a like lumbering bruiser. So Balthazar is actually facing away from these two as they enter into the room, and Balthazar seems focused on the mirror in his study, and he turns to greet the two, saying, "Thank you both for coming on such short notice. You've read my letter, so you know that this is a pressing matter."
The two of them bow, but don't say anything.
Yeah, he waves a hand to them to suggest that they can stop bowing. "The reason I've gathered you both here is that the Fellowship needs you. In order for our plans to be successful, those three must not be allowed to leave the Isle of Volk alive. Do whatever it is in your means to stop them. As for the Traveler, he has fouled our plans enough as is. Take care of it." And he kind of gestures away from them with his hand and turns back towards the mirror.
The two of them bow again and quietly exit the room.
Balthazar turns back towards the mirror, and I think the camera pans closer to the mirror.
Balthazar walks to the mirror, and as the camera turns around his back so we get a view into the mirror, we see that the reflection is not necessarily a reflection. We see Balthazar in the mirror, his form sort of disjointed by that long vertical crack. And behind him, we see the study, but the reflection in the mirror is a little bit darker than the world that we see around it. And off to the left, just over Balthazar's shoulder, there's a hazy figure, like they're made out of smoke. They glide forward toward Balthazar and begin to whisper in a voice that only he can hear.